Hi everybody and welcome back to Kevin's Upfront Opinion today. Now, I've been on the phone to a friend of mine today. Now, this friend Craig has been single for a few years. Okay, was married for a long time. He's married for over a decade. And his wife had an affair and they split up. It wasn't a bit of separation or anything. It's just one of those things that happens. And he spoke to me on the phone today and he said to me, because he knows I do all these self-help videos on YouTube and TikTok. Mainly, I originally started them to help myself because I had a breakdown and I got diagnosed with depression and got put on antidepressants and everything. And to come to terms, so I didn't have to go to counselling. I spoke to a man that I know and he said, why don't you just stop making videos? Talk about the things that have affected you through your life. And that's how I started doing it. And then my friend Craig, and I've been friends with him for what? 22 years, 23 years, something like that. And he said to me, I can't find a decent woman. I can chat to women and make them laugh and everything. And then it just all goes pear-shaped. Now, if I ask my wife why it is he can't find a decent woman, and I know some decent women, and I truly do, who are single, and if he wasn't, how am I going to put this politely, if he wasn't always a dick, okay, and because of the way that he does behave, I could set him up with them. Two of them, because one of them I wouldn't set him up with. I've got my sister-in-law. I don't know if I could. No, it is my sister-in-law at the end of the day. Self-preservation and everything. I don't know how I'd feel sorry for most, to be honest. Because if I tried setting him up with her, one, she wouldn't agree to it at the moment anyway, because she knows him. And two, I'd get the crack of my wife as well for doing it. The other one is a woman that I've known for a long time. It's my wife's best friend, Rachel. And even though she's a lovely girl, and she truly is, she is a really nice girl. And she deserves to find a decent man after the way that her husband treated her. Even though she will admit it, and I know she will admit it, okay, but she can't resist me. Whenever she sees me, all she does is drool all over me. And my wife knows that. And if she had a chance, she wouldn't say no. But that's also my ego kicking into gear. Okay. But when it comes to my friend Craig, he always says to me, there's no decent women over the age of 35. He says there aren't any. And I struggle with that because this is my take on it, and this is my personal take. There's a lot of decent women out there. I've known a lot of decent women. But where I see problems for like Craig is this. He's single. He has no children. And he had no children with his ex-wife. And he has a certain outlook. And I had this up until, I suppose I was with I suppose you could say to a degree, even though I had a child with somebody else before my wife. But up until I was with my wife, You know, I was a bit of an, well, my wife would say I was more of a bit of an ass, and I know my stepdaughter would say definitely I was I'm more of an ass. But I see his behaviour is the problem. The things that he'll say to people, you know, it's like he said to me that he wants a woman of a certain size. I'm going to try and tread carefully without putting my foot in it, so I get lots of hate, where he wants a woman to be no bigger than like about a size 12 to 14. Okay, he wants a woman to have ample up top. I think that's the most polite way I can put it. Nice heavy chest. And he wants the pretty girl. Now that's okay when you're in your 20s and you can pick and choose. But when you're in your 40s, you can't pick and choose, because the reality is most women are going to have children. I'm not saying all women do have children. They're either going to have slightly older children that may be coming up to leaving school or college or university. They may well have had children at a later age. You are going to find a few, and I know a few women that have never had children. But, you know, in my lifetime, I can probably think maybe 2 that I know of, but have never had any children. And both of them are bisexual. To be honest, both of them are. So the reality is, and this is where the question comes in, is there any hope for people like Craig? Is there hope that he would be able to find the happiness that he wants? Or is it a case that realistically, he's going to be hoping, he's going to realistically look into his 50s before he's going to have a chance, because then he's got more of the guarantee that a woman's not going to have any children around. They may have grandchildren, but argument they're probably not going to have children around. Or is it a case he needs to completely turn his outlook around? So let us know in the comments what you actually think. What does Craig actually need to do? And he is actually a real person. He lives in Southampton. And if there's anybody that wants his number, let us know and I'll pass it on for you. Okay? Because then I might not get phone calls every day with somewhere along the line of, Kevin, do you know any single women that you could set me up with? Or, Kevin, does your wife have any single friends that you could set me up with? So if there is anybody single that would like to be introduced to Craig, I've got no problem in introducing you. Just drop us a comment down below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again a bit later.